Hey, what's going on, guys? Jackson here with All Things Tech. Today we're going to be going over the second part in the Magic Lantern settings. So, gonna hit the trash can button and gonna jump right into it. First thing we have is HDR bracketing. This works. Hit the set button. It'll give you 2 exposure counts. You can hit the Q button. It'll give you a whole bunch of plethora of options, but I'll show you what it does. We'll go into live view here. I'm not going to even worry about focusing. Let me turn autofocus off. And it will take one picture, then it will process it, and technically if you had a high to low value there, it'll have HDR and expose them properly. That was my kitty cat. Next one we have Intervalometer. It'll take a certain picture every few seconds. I'm not going to try it, but I mean, it's pretty easy to learn. It'll start after 3 seconds, or you can change that with the little scroll wheel up here, and you can change it. What I think is funny is you can take pictures like crazy. Yeah, that's funny. You can set it. I set it usually when I'm doing these sets like maybe 5 or 10, something like that, and then stop after maybe 600 shots, something like that. You have to be wary about the battery, about that too, because it could run dead. Just keep that in mind. Turn that off. Bob and focus ramp. Not really sure what that is. We can go in and see. Capture a time lapse and gradually changes the exposure, compensating for the transitions from day to night. Well, there you go. Bulb timer. If you go into, I'm going to go off live view. Right here. Oops. Right here. Hit the Q. Your bulb will only go, I think, to 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds. But say you want something like 45 seconds, well, then you can just turn this on. Oops. You can turn that on, hit Q, and then change that up to like 45 seconds. Because I've actually used that a lot. Motion detect, pretty straightforward. Text motion, takes a picture, and whenever there's motion, you can hit Q. Triggered level. I haven't really used that a whole lot because I don't really need that. Silent picture. If it does what I think it does, is it's supposed to take a picture silently. I've had it on. I've had problems with this. It doesn't. A, it doesn't work, and B, I don't even notice anything different about the camera when it's on. So, I mean, I've read the info about it. Yeah, it's for advanced users. It takes pictures, live view without moving the mirror. When enabled, it gives you an uncompressed. So there you go. If you ever need that, you can use that. Mirror lockup the mirror. There's no Q menu for that. Flash tweaks. This is actually kind of useful. It'll compensate, because the problem with a flash is it'll give you just a really bright area, and that's not always what you want. This will kind of neutralize that and kind of not take away some of the harsh lighting by it. Next we have focus. Trap focus. What this does is, I can't really show you it because you have to do it through the viewfinder, but essentially what this does is it will not take a picture until the object is in focus. So that could be useful. Focus patterns. You can select certain patterns on the screen. Say you want to select, I can't show you because again you have to look at the live view, but say you have focus point A and B and C and you want to use all those instead of just picking one, you can do that. Follow focus. If you can use, I think I can show you this. You have to turn it on autofocus. Turn on autofocus and go into live view. You also have to be in video mode. And then if you can hear that, focusing the camera just by clicking buttons. Kind of useful. Focus step size goes with focus. These I've never actually used. These rack focus I actually have. It will take the first focus and then you move it to your second focus, and then it will rack focus over time. Next is display. Not really a whole lot to cover here, just because it's just the display of it. I mean, just kind of sets what you want. I mean, just keep everything at normal. Same with saturation. all that stuff. Audio meters, that's important. You audio meter, that's this right here. You can see. Let me hit record. You can see they go up when I talk. Keep that on. Preferences, not much to go over there. Debug. Again, what I do like is it'll show you shutter count. But you have to keep in mind that's shutter count with Magic Lantern on. It will not take it if you have your camera off, put in memory card, does not have Magic Lantern, take 100 pictures, it won't calculate that. That I know of. It could, and maybe I just don't know what I'm saying. There's also this Don't Click Me button, and yeah, I've clicked it before. I'll show you what it does. Yeah, I don't really know what it does, but to get it off, you just turn off your camera, then turn it back on, and you're back in business. The last one is help. This will kind of just give you help if you need it. Is there an info button? There is. So, that is the basics of Magic Lantern. Remember, if you don't know what anything is, you can hit info there, and you can you can hit info on something, scroll over. Ooh, what's HDR bracketing? There you go. Now you know what HDR bracketing is. Also, if you want, there's a quick menu. I'm going to tilt this over just so you can see the top of it. There's a display button right here in the top. If you click that, get it lined up again. So you can click that, it'll bring up these things. You push to white balance, Kelvin, hit down to Kelvin, up and down, ISO down, ISO up. That's really, really useful. I use it all the time. ISO will bring up the basic ISO controls of the Canon firmware default. And yeah, so that's the basics of Magic Lantern. Be sure to subscribe to see videos similar to this one, and stay tuned for my Monday challenge rain effect. You guys will definitely be liking that one. 26 hours of render time. Be sure you hit the subscribe button to see that, and leave this video a like if you found this video useful. This is Jackson with All Things Tech.